Hey everyone, and welcome back to Lauren's Take. Okay, so as I promised you all on my in the community for Lauren's Take, I told you I will be making a video kind of showing all the updates that we've gotten for Cassie Clare. I actually waited a couple days to film this because I knew she was going to be sending out another newsletter, and she did. So I'm going to be breaking that down, talking about all the news that we've heard about the Wicked Powers, about Swordcatcher series, about the new duology that she's coming out, romantasy duology called In Fire Foretold. So it's going to be a fun time. But before we get started, make sure to subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already, and let's get into it. Okay, if you subscribe to the newsletter that Cassie Clare puts out every single month or so, it feels like it's more frequent than that. It's probably like every couple weeks or so, but she put out a post last week basically telling us that a lot of things have changed. A lot of things have finally been finalized in terms of dates for things. The main thing that I think all of us were looking forward to is, when is that Shadowhunter series coming out? Because we knew it was coming out. We know this is the last one. And it's very heartbreaking as I'm currently rereading the whole rereading the whole franchise right now. And basically Wicked Powers, the very first book, which is The Last King of Fairy, will be coming out in 2026. And she just actually put out a new lovely thing. Yeah, so she didn't give us an exact date for Last King of Fairy. I just know it's early 2026. Usually her books come out around like January, February, or March typically. So it's probably going to be in one of those 3 months. She has not written a ton of it from what she told us from this newsletter post. But she definitely started it. She had been giving us like little updates saying that she had been researching for it and everything like that. So I think that's really helpful to kind of know. As we know, this series is going to focus on Ty Blackthorn, Drusilla Blackthorn, and Kit Haringdale. So, we got to, keep our Haringdales going in every single series, I'm assuming Tavy will also be a Tavy. I say Tavy because his name is Octavian, but anyway, he will also probably be in it. Emma and Julian, I think, will be popping in. I'm pretty sure our OG characters from Mortal Instruments will be showing up. Pretty sure Tessa and Jem probably will be showing up. But Cassie also said in this video that she will be finishing up kind of everything in terms of this. No, that's not what I was trying to say. I was trying to say that she's going to do a big time jump in between Dark Artifices as well as Wicked Powers. I think she means it in the sense of it being published, because she was like, there was such a lag in terms of when we got Chain of Thorns. Of course, all of this comes because Cassie went on her 6-month break, which I was so happy that she did. The fact that she had been writing nonstop since 2005. She gave us amazing books and series, but I'm glad that she took the time for herself. So though we have to wait to 2026, I'm not necessarily depressed about it, mainly because I'm like, girl, like the fact that you were writing that much consecutively, and some of those books are long as I don't know what. Like when you think about the, I think, first collector's edition of Queen of Air and Darkness, that book was 912 pages. Like, sis, you are good. You are fine. Anyone who's mad at her, anyone who's frustrated, I know you're upset. Of course, I want the next few books too, but just reread the books that we have so far. And also, if you were someone who participated in the Kickstarter project, which I did, we're going to be getting some books out soon. Secrets of Blackthorn Hall, I think, will be published soon for everybody. But I paid for originally just getting the 4 books that she was putting out, because I was like, I need like something to keep me going. But then I also added on like Thomas's journal, because I was like, yes, I need this. And is one more thing? I'm pretty sure that's it. It's like in the slipcase, which I'll be able to keep all the books in. Have no idea where I'm putting them. Hopefully I get another bookshelf, because I have no idea where I'm going to put all these Shadowhunters books, because that's at least 7. We also found out in this most recent newsletter post that Cassie is also going to finally put out the last book in the Eldest Curses, which of course is the Malik series. So I remember reading the very first book, and I have the second one. I just haven't been able to read it yet because I've been reading the series, the main series novels. So Last Hours, Dark Artifices, all that, in school. And so what's interesting about this is the fact that I had been wondering if she was going to ever publish it. I was like, did she decide to just make it a duology? She has not written that yet also, but she has plans to write it. Another big thing that I think is important to acknowledge, she switched publishers because her contract was up with Penguin Random House. So that is not it. It's Aldery books. And so she is kind of moving past that, which is like, exciting for her. She has been with the same publisher for 2005, like 19 years. It's more like 18 years. But, not crying there. We're still getting the same books. We're still getting the same series, just a different publisher. I think the US is the only country in which we're getting a new publisher, but it's fine. So UK, I think you all still have the same publisher, except for like a couple books, she said in the newsletter as well. Now, that's like the main things for the Shadowhunter series that she kind of told us about. But I just love how she really kind of apologized to us, even though I'm like, girl, you are fine. Because if you've been a ride or die for Cassandra Clare, as long as I have at this point, since 2015, that's like going on 10 years next year. That's when I started the channel, right? Like when you think about, in a lot of my very first videos, I think literally like my fourth video was a Shadowhunters video. So I'm going to support her. I'm going to keep reading. I'm going to keep waiting, and be patient, because I know that she's going to give us an amazing final product. I'm not upset about it. She deserved this rest. I'm so happy she got some rest, and gave herself a break, gave herself the freedom to have a break. That's something that all of us need to take note of. And so I appreciate her for doing that. But again, for being able to write X amount of books in that time span without any breaks. That was amazing. So shout out to you, Cassie. Take your time, girl. Your real fans are going to be here to support you. Your Shadowhunters, we love you so much. And so, yeah, so I'm really excited for Wicked Powers whenever we get it. Again, I got the Kickstarter project books. I helped to support the project, or back the project, because again, I'm such a huge fan of Cassie Clare books. She is one of my favorite novelists, if not my favorite author, female author, because I've just, again, read everything by her essentially for the past, except what's the Magister series? I think that's the only one I didn't read, but I've read everything with Shadowhunters pretty much. And I read Swordcatcher, as y'all know. Even though it wasn't my fave, I still enjoyed it a lot. And I'm excited for the Ragpicker King that's coming out March 4th, 2025. So at least we have a Cassie Clare book coming out. You may not be happy that it's not a Shadowhunters book, but again, it's the sequel to the Swordcatcher, or Swordcatcher. So I'm excited about that. And then the romantasy duology, In Fire Foretold. I'm excited about this one. I really love the kind of details for this one. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. All right, so here is the description that we got for In Fire Foretold for the press release statement that came out last week. So it says, In Fire Foretold, why can't I say that? In Fire Foretold is a pulse-pounding YA romantasy duology set in a new world with entirely new characters. The story centers a young woman who must learn to control her dangerous magic ability in order to save her kingdom, all while finding herself torn between two brothers, the kingdom's princes, born to a cursed royal bloodline. The publication date for In Fire Foretold, as well as news of additional books to come from Cassandra Clare and Knopf, will be announced. All right, so with all of that, we kind of got the basic definition of what the series is. I'm assuming that this series is probably not going to come out until at least late 2026, 2027, if that. I don't know. I think it probably will be coming out in around that time period, especially because she is in the process of finishing up the Ragpicker King. Then I think she's focusing on The Last King of Fairy and probably working on the rest of the Shadowhunters books for that. And then also thinking about everything else she has going on. So I don't know where the last Eldest Curses book is going to fall in between this and In Fire Foretold. But I'm excited, and I really just wanted to kind of share all of the news that we got, because it was a lot of news and it was a lot of fun things planned. And when I saw I saw the press release first, then I saw Cassie's newsletter post, and then I saw her second newsletter post this morning. So I'm so excited to get the rest of Shadowhunters. It's going to be a great time, and get these 2 new series as well, continuing on with Swordcatcher, and then getting a brand new YA series. I think it's interesting that she's going from Swordcatcher being her first adult series and then coming back to YA for In Fire Foretold. But I mean, she's been slaying the YA game, so I'm not mad at it at all. But yeah. All right, so a lot of fun stuff there. I just wanted to put out this video kind of going through everything that we found out. I'm so excited that we are getting all of this new content from Cassie Clare. I'm going to be reading it, and I'm going to be reviewing everything. I'll be showing you all the books that I get as a part of the Kickstarter project that she did called Seasons of Shadowhunters, if you have been kind of paying attention or in the loop of that. But I'm really excited about that. I'm really excited for some new things. And look at me, have a second video update, and it's a Shadowhunters video. Like I said, I was planning on doing a Shadowhunters video. So let's just finish up this video. All right, everyone, please give this video a big thumbs up. Don't give it a thumbs down. That's just rude. Also, subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already. And I shall see y'all in the next one. All right, bye.